Welcome to the World Percussion Spring Concert. This is the 7th grade ensemble in front of you. That song they just played was called Deep Eddy, and it's a great just beginner tune, get going. We've been playing this since January, I think, so it's been a while since we've been playing. So they did a really fantastic job. Give them another round of applause. So, obviously this is not our first concert of the year, but for any of you, this is your first concert here, there is some etiquette in this concert. You are allowed to have fun. You can have fun at the concert. You don't have to be quiet. If you want to clap in the middle, you can clap in the middle. If you want to shoot and holler, you can do that. Any of that is perfectly fine. Enjoy what these students have been working on this entire semester. They've worked really hard, and I'm really proud of what they've been able to do. This next song is an original tune that I wrote. So this is the world premiere of this song, I guess. So, with the original tune, A Minor Thought, I decided I wanted to write music for middle school steel bands. We're the only steel band in Metro National Public Schools at the middle school level. We're hoping to get a high school level here soon. But we're doing a lot of cool things, so I wanted to add some more music to our repertoire, and that way other students in other states and countries can also utilize this music as well. So this is A Minor Thought. It teaches the students how to orient themselves in a minor key, so instead of sounding happy like the last song, it's going to sound kind of sad and kind of weird. So you'll see that, and we have a really awesome moment. We have a bass solo. We don't get a lot of bass solos in steel band. So Billy and Jade are going to take a bass solo in the middle of it, and they're going to do a fantastic job. All right, here's your Minor Thought. the end of the 7th grade performance. We got one more tune for you from 7th grade. First off, 7th graders. Jeremiah, Kate. 7th graders, thank you for being an awesome group to work with this year. We all have made a big improvement than more than I can think of. I'm really proud of how much work you put in. These guys have been able to go to a really cool performance this year along with my 8th graders. They got to represent all of Metro National Public Schools at the Magnet Schools of America conference. There's a lot of awards in that. But they got to perform for a bunch of smart individuals that are helping shape our future leaders in education, and they were seen as great examples of what students can do. As you can see, I'm not directing these students. They're in charge. Once I start it, I'm backstage enjoying a nice little break for a second. But they are taking all the work, so give them another round of applause. So with my conscience, I like to educate a little bit. With steel band, we can play a whole bunch of things. 8th graders will play more of the traditional calypso and soca tunes tonight. But we can also play original tunes. That was more like a mysterious song going on just then. But what you're about to hear is a good old-fashioned 80s, 70s rock music. So raise your hand if you know the band The Who. Okay, good. And still my 8th graders don't know who The Who is. I gotta teach them that tomorrow, I guess. So, The Who played a really awesome tune called Baba O'Reilly, and it sounds awesome on steel drums. So, I need to get back to the drum set, but we're gonna rock out as we finish out the 7th grade concert. Here we go. got 4 tunes to start out with. With this part of the show, we've got another original tune that I wrote. This one was written very close to home. I wrote it about our school. We have a saying called the Hadley Way, and Ms. McKee coined that a long time ago. And I thought it was a great little kind of nod to Ms. McKee and all she has done for us at school this year and in all for years here. So this one is called the Hadley Way, and it's a country tune. Hopefully it's a country tune. I wasn't sure if I wrote it right, but you'll be the judge of that. So here's the Hadley Way. Wait, I'm on something. There we go. All right, ready? Best one they've ever done, so that was really awesome. As they're transitioning, we have another song coming up your way. This one is actually a district theme song. So our superintendent of schools, as you can see, I still have to be a teacher sometimes. Our superintendent of schools, Dr. Adrian Battle, challenged our visual performing arts director to come up with a theme song. And that director decided to have students write that theme song. So throughout the summer, they recorded this at Ocean Way Studios in Nashville, and this is our district theme song called Every Student Known. There were many versions. There were a choir version, there's a normal band version, but nobody wrote the steel band version. 1 second. We had a little problem backstage. We fixed it. Thank you, Devin. Give Devin a couple of round of applause. So the district theme song was not written for steel bands. So I took the time to rearrange it. We premiered it at the Magic Schools of America conference performance, but this will be our first one where we actually kind of polished it a little bit more. So this is our official first performance of the steel band version of Every Student. So our visual and performing arts department did a fantastic job, not only supporting us through finances, but they also gave us opportunities to perform. And they're a big proponent of making this instrument viable in Metro Nashville Public Schools. I have a feeling steel band's going to be coming like wildfire here soon, hopefully, in the next couple of years. Hopefully by the time these guys are out, we'll be soon. So, our next song, we have an actual performance on Monday. We're going to go to Andrew Jackson and DuPont Elementary and perform with those students. And we need another practice opportunity, so if you don't mind, we're going to practice this song while we perform it. We're going to perform this with elementary school students. They've got little baby versions of the steel drums called the Jumpy Jams, and they're going to perform with us. It's going to be a really awesome opportunity to see 5th graders perform with 8th graders. So this song is called Baja, and it's a traditional calypso tune, and it's really unique. It's very soft, very different from what we've been playing the last couple minutes. Listen to the tenors, they have the melody, and just listen to the cool harmonies that my double second players and trumpet guitar players. Hi, trumpet guitar players. Hi, Elon. Hi. Okay. And double seconds are right here. Okay. They have really cool harmonies that most middle schoolers can't play. There's some dominant 7 chords in there, so I'm really excited for y'all to get. Here is Baja. Song of the night. Oh, but trust me, you're going to enjoy this last song. They've been working really hard on this one. So, with all that we've been able to do, there's a lot of people I need to thank. So, I want to thank my related arts teachers. If anybody's in the building, thank you. You guys are amazing to work with. Thank you for all that you do to support our related arts programs. Thank you to the faculty staff. I saw Coach Marshall over there. I saw Ms. Dawson. I'm looking through, I want to miss somebody. Sorry if I missed you, but thank you. Give these teachers a round of applause for sitting out there. So not only do we have amazing faculty, staff, we have amazing students, we have 2 amazing administrators, and they're both in the building tonight. Ms. Jane, Ms. McKee, would you come on in? So one thing to know about these administrators, they support us day in and day out, and they have been the pilots of this amazing ship that we get to go on every single day. And I'm very thankful that they get to be a leader for us, and they encourage everybody from athletics to academics to related arts to be the best that we can be. And so we want to give them a little bit of a thank you for being awesome administrators. They know it's going to be the best, so they're amazing people. All right, the things keep going. If you're a parent, please stand up. If you're a parent of these students, please stand up. Students, thank your parents. Parents, you are the great benefactors of these students. You have molded them and you allow us to be a part of their lives. I'm very thankful you have allowed me to be a part of their lives, especially these 8th graders. They have changed my life. I'm very thankful for them. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going to start crying here and stuff. So I'm going to keep moving on. So parents, thank you for being amazing people, and thank you for all your support of this program. A lot of you have come out and helped. You've come to move heavy equipment. As you know, these rooms are very heavy. Some of you have helped us with other things. Thank you so much for all that you do. All right, thank you. We do actually have a sponsor tonight, Innovative Percussion sponsor tonight, so we want to thank Innovative Percussion. Give them a round of applause. So this group has been with me since I started here back in 2020. They started as 5th graders. They were the ones that pioneered this program, and I could not have asked for a great group of students to work with. So these students have done amazing work. They have grown this program. We started with just 5 drums, now we're up to 15. They have done great musical work to allow us to apply for grants and get a bunch of support for us. They have done multiple grants, as I just said. They've helped start multiple grants, and that helped us get the ground rolling with this. They were the first group to perform with Vanderbilt's Steel Band, and that's a first in DuPont Hadley history. They also got to perform at the Madison School of America, another first. And not only did they do that, they also did the Day of Percussion, which is a state festival where they were the only steel band to perform in front of colleges and other universities, and they did an amazing job for that. So just that alone, they are just rock stars. So give it up for them for being just great. So, in front of the stage is, wait, before I even get to that, I've been a kind of a mean teacher the past 2 weeks. I said, hey, 8th graders, you got a surprise coming, and you don't know what it is. And I said that for 2 weeks straight, and they were like, even today, they're rehearsing, they're like, Mr. O'Neal, what's the surprise, what's the surprise? And I'm like, you'll find out in a couple hours. And I was gifted something when I was a senior in high school. My band director, Terry Jolly, put this together, and it was just a simple little gift to remember all that you have done for an organization. I have that same gift in my bedroom right now. I look at it and I remember what I've been able to be a part of. So all here are all their names, and they're the ones that started building the foundation for this program, and I am very thankful. You guys remind me why I teach every single day. You guys don't take anything for granted, and you have outperformed me on so many days. There's been days where they told me, Mr. Menge, you played that wrong. I'm like, yes, I played that wrong, and you played it right. Thank you for being better than your teacher. All we want to do is make you all better than we are, okay? Thank you guys for being amazing students. I left a little note on the back of yours, just encourage you as you lead this program. You guys have just changed the way this program is going to go. 7th graders have some big shoes to fill, and it's because of your heart, your dedication, and your willingness to be good human beings. And I couldn't have asked for a great group of people to work with, so thank you so much for being an awesome group to work with. Ooh, that was tough. So, Like I said, you've got one stellar performance coming up. This is gonna rock the house. If you feel inclined, stand up, dance. I don't know how you cannot sit through or just sit through this song. This song is a very famous tune. We're just gonna play it. Let's play Hot Hot Hot. concludes our performance tonight. Thank you for being great audience members.
Nathaniel, our class just wanted to thank you for so many great years of teaching. We have learned so much in your class, not only about music, but about ourselves, about each other. So we just wanted to give you this to show how much we appreciate you, and we love you, and we're going to miss you so much.
Well, I cried. They told me I was going to cry. Thank you again for an awesome evening. I'm very proud and thankful for everybody here. All right, one more surprise. The students have earned it. 8th graders, you get your Chick-fil-A. It's in the Eighth graders, you may leave the stage and head to the cafeteria. 7th graders, you gotta stay put first. Eighth graders, you go.